Metaterra, we believe we win.
Tonight, look around this room. Look at the people next to you. Everything we see started with a dream shared by us. This year, we didn't just work, we built a new world together. With your dedication, we powered the miracle chain. We gave life to Mirex and Phoenix. Every node active today is a testament to our collective intelligence. We saw the invisible. Metaterra is vision. Through Bellator, you proved that the strongest currency is trust. We built a clean, powerful family. Not a hierarchy, but a brotherhood of leaders. This success belongs to every single one of you. Metaterra is unity. We broke barriers with Miracle Pay. Because of your passion, financial freedom is no longer a concept. It is a reality we delivered to the world. Metaterra is freedom. And look how far we've come, to beyond Bucharest. We are physically shaping the skyline, building an airport, a landmark, a history with our own hands. This is the mark we leave on the earth. Metaterra is legacy. But above all, your hard work turned into kindness for those in need. That is our true heart. So tonight, raise your glasses to what we've built and the giants we are becoming. Metaterra is goodness. Metaterra, the future is ours.
Metaterra, shaping the future of finance.
Tonight.
All right, all right, all right. I want to welcome everybody here today. I'm looking for Mr. Robert Fitzgerald. Are you here with me, Robert?
I am here.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you fine.
Awesome, awesome. All right. I want to welcome everybody to today's overview and training call. This call happens every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Today is Thursday, February 19th, 2026. For those who don't know me, I'm Robert Fitzgerald. I've been with this ecosystem since the beginning, thanks to the gentleman that's going to be presenting today. It's my honor and pleasure to introduce our presenter. He's not only one of the top leaders and earners in the company, he's been around the industry for decades, spearheaded teams of tens of thousands of people with multiple companies. He's been in and out of corporate. He's helped design comp plans, including the one you're going to see today. He's a retired New York City firefighter. He's also my friend and sponsor. Ed, take it away.
Hey, Robert, thank you so much. And we want to welcome everybody here today. We're getting this is our first week. We're committed to Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time for the rest of the year. So you can count on this this call. It'll be here. We're recording this as we speak, and we're going to be doing a training. So the way in which it's going to work is we're going to do like the first half hour is going to be an opportunity overview. That's what we're doing right now. And then the second half hour is going to be some training, and we'll have some fun along the way. So let's jump right into it. We have a little disclaimer that we'd like to have read for us by a professional voice. And it's all to say that there's no guarantees here. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a broker. I'm a retired New York City firefighter. And those of us who are all participating come from all different ends of the spectrum. And so there is something unique here that we all could be a part of. And obviously Robert and myself are. So if you're here for the first time, sit back, relax, take notes, and then get your questions answered, because what we're doing is pretty special. Matter of fact, it's like nothing I've ever seen before, and I've been fortunate enough to do fairly well. So let's jump right into it.
The information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. This presentation includes general information only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. The following content is protected under copyright law. Please respect these terms to ensure compliance.
Okay, so let's jump right into it. What we're going to take a look at first is really what our product offering is. So if you're here for the first time and I don't want to say you're under a rock, but if you watch television, and it's not a good thing. I don't watch much TV, but if you ever turn on the news and you see the little crayons going underneath the screen, it's hard to not be aware of Bitcoin and crypto and things that are happening. Well, if you're at the belief level where you believe that crypto is the future and Bitcoin is the future, and you want to be a part of it, you want to capitalize on it before it fully gets adapted into the world, that's where we're at right now. We have the ability with our technology to allow stores that right now take Visa card, MasterCard, American Express. Very soon they're going to be accepting crypto, and there's a good chance that the technology that is the way in which it gets done is Miracle Pay, our own product. So let's take a look at this little short video, kind of give you a good understanding of that, and then we'll explore further.
You've probably heard the saying, if only I were early. Early to Bitcoin, early to Amazon, early to Tesla. Well, here it is again. But this time, it's not about hype. It's about owning the rails of a new financial system. Introducing CPU nodes, digital assets that earn daily from real crypto transactions happening worldwide. Every time someone pays with crypto, in-store or online, a small fee powers the network. And if you own a node, you get paid. These nodes are already paying every single day in a digital currency undervalued today, but set to explode in the months ahead. We've secured contracts with 4 global terminal providers, giving us access to over 100 million active merchants. And we're also integrated with major online retailers, processing billions each month. When even a small percentage of that volume transacts in crypto, node rewards skyrocket. The system is active. Payouts have begun. We're funding our aggressive expansion, not with Wall Street, but with everyday people like you. Together, we're decentralizing wealth by owning the new infrastructure of money. Timing is everything. Own a node now and earn every day for life.
So the first set of nodes that we're going to talk about is what we call the Miracle Pay CPU node. And we have a promo that's on right now. But before I go into the timetable of the promos and what's available and cover this in more detail, we want to make everybody aware of the fact that currently we're in what's called the quiet period. We're in the process of going on the NASDAQ, and we're expected to be there with our symbol by the 25th. Which is just a week out. So, we're going to be officially public on the NASDAQ. At that point in time, press releases will go out. People will be able to read up on our company and find out more. But if you're looking at it right now, there are some special promos that will expire in the days to come. So the first one that is still available today is you could buy one of our Miracle Pay nodes, and it's a BOGO. Buy one and get one for free. So for $1,200, you could have a node, and you're probably wondering how and why, would I want to do that, and what kind of money can we make with it? And there's no guarantees, and that's why we played the disclaimer up front. There are no guarantees. I mean, we all are taking a risk every single day. When you get in the car, you're taking a risk. When you turn on the electricity in your house, you're taking a risk. When you get on an airplane, you're taking a risk. And when you invest your money in something speculative, you're taking a risk. However, there's a phrase that I like to incorporate into some of the things I do, and it's about managing your risk. It's about what I call, being optimistically forward thinking, but understanding that there's reasons why a lot of us have come to the conclusion that this is a real good chance of being a huge success. Matter of fact, I've been with the company now since July of 2022. And going back to that point in time, I saw it. I caught the vision. My friend Ray Vidrio and I were on a call together, and he said, Ed, could I get 5 minutes of your time to tell you what Micah and I are doing? Now, I worked with Micah and Ray many years back. They were from the LA area. I was from the New York area. And Ray, when he told me those 5 minutes, got me so interested that I said, Ray, if what you're saying is true, I'll jump on a plane tomorrow and come to Cyprus. See, the company's located in northern Cyprus. And 6 days later, I was in northern Cyprus to really check this out. You don't have to do that. You could trust a friend that might be sharing this with you, or you could watch a whole bunch of different videos and draw your own conclusions. But if you draw your conclusion that this opportunity to buy a node and get paid on it every single day for the rest of your life, and on and beyond that, it becomes a legacy. It's something that you could pass on to your children and your children's children. So this node pays every day right now, and it's paying what's called Phoenix token. Phoenix token is our own native token. It's a utility token. It's actually a super utility, and you'll see why in a couple of minutes. But it's a super utility token that every time a transaction is done, there are transaction fees. Just like when you go shopping anywhere, a lot of times people who are not familiar with business at all don't realize that 2 to 3%, in the case with American Express, sometimes 4% of that transaction is actually paid for by the merchant. It's a merchant fee. And so they pay it, but in crypto, the transaction fees are paid by the customer, and they call that the gas fee. And so our Phoenix token is a utility token that, again, right now on these nodes, it's paying 80 Phoenix token a day. Now, to give you an idea of the broad range of what a token is and what a token can become, right now we're under a penny. Right now it's at about 0.8 of a penny. I am very confident that it's going to go to a penny very soon. Matter of fact, I would not be surprised if on the day that we go into NASDAQ next week and press releases go out, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit a penny. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 10 cents relatively quickly. And so 30, 60, 90 days down the road, who knows, it might be worth 10 cents, something you could pick up today at 0.8 of a penny. And we get paid that way. So, but let's just run the numbers to give an idea. This is just the way I think. I know it could get to a penny. I know it could get to 10 cents. I like to think about things in the form of, can it 10x? I like a 10x. If it's a 10 bagger, it's pretty damn good. So can we go past 10 cents? Can we 10x again and go to $1? I believe so. And there's no guarantees and there's no certainty about it, but I believe it could all happen. A penny this month, 10 cents right away within 6 months, and definitely within 6 to 24 months, the possibility of $1. So if we're earning this every day, and what I do is I stack Phoenix token. I just keep stacking it. I kid around and say, how big is your stack? How many do you have? I have one friend of mine, he's on the Zoom right now. Edward, I'm going to use your name. And he said to me, he had a goal to get 1 million of these. Well, 1 million's not that big if you divide it by, a fraction of a penny. But it's doable. People can accomplish that. So just imagine if the Phoenix token does go, or when it goes, the more optimistic thinking person is certainty is definitely going there, right? Hey, look, none of us know for sure what tomorrow brings, other than the fact that if you have the faith in the Lord up above and you believe you're going to heaven, I know I'm going to heaven. I want to take as many people with me. You want to come? We'll hit that. We'll hit that another time. So, that's, in my opinion, inevitable. I think that with the Phoenix token, it's inevitable to go to a penny and 10 cents and probably $1 within a short range. And if you just multiplied 80 Phoenix token a day, and let's just say for 365 days, that's what it produced, 80 Phoenix token a day, that would be over 29,000 Phoenix token. Here you're spending $1,200 and getting 2 of these nodes. And if you multiply that out, it'd be over something like 58,000, 60,000 at $1 a token. Now that might sound crazy being that it's a fraction of a penny right now, but when Bitcoin got started, it was in pennies. When Binance's BNB token got started, it was in the pennies. And the BNB token, which was the largest utility token there is, did last year reach $1,000 a token. So I'm not saying that we're going to make 1,000 a token here. All I'm saying is I think it's a pretty good business model, and I think we can make some money here, and I think it could be substantial and potentially make some of us, very well to do in the process. So take a look at on the right hand side. It says 210,000. There's only 210,000 of these nodes. Once they're sold out, they're sold out, and forever. They will share in 30% of the transactional profit of every single transaction. Somebody buys, a steak at a restaurant, cha-ching, we get paid. Somebody goes to a grocery store, cha-ching, we get paid. Somebody goes to the gas station, cha-ching, we get paid. Somebody buys a loaf of bread, a stick of butter. I have this thing about Sesame Street, loaf of bread, stick of butter, a gallon of milk, but people do that. We do that all the time. And we're going to be getting paid every time transactions are made using cryptocurrency. You see, our nodes aren't tied to just our Phoenix token. People could spend Bitcoin, they could spend Ethereum, they could spend Dogecoin, they could spend Sui, they could spend whatever it is that is their token of choice. They could spend that token, and cha-ching, we get paid on every single transaction. Pretty neat business model. So this is just a initial screenshot of what we call our ecosystem. In the center, you see what says the banking core. That's the switch. We built the switch. We own the switch. The gentleman who is behind this started in 2017, raised millions of dollars, built the core infrastructure, and that is Hakan Torahan. He is the founder and CEO of Miracle Cash and more. And in the process, we're going to talk about some Wall Street guys that just absolutely within the last 6 months, for those of us who have been engaged, these guys came along, they partnered with us, and we'll tell some of the stories in a minute here, but real exciting stuff. And what they are now partners in is called Metaterra. And Metaterra is what's going on the NASDAQ. And so if you're engaged with our company, Metaterra are our business partners. And to give you an idea of who these people are and why a lot of us are so excited is a little while back, I was communicating with Hakan Torahan, and he told me these guys from Wall Street were very interested in becoming our partners. And the guy up in the upper right hand corner, I've had the chance to meet. As a matter of fact, I've gotten the chance to meet each and every one of them. But Douglas Anderson was a gentleman that was in Europe. He's the CEO and founder of Wall Street Capital, and he was in the process of bringing emerging markets into the United States and bringing them onto the stock exchanges. And he was looking for the right companies that were positioned in the beginning of new technologies that could be brought out into the States. And he was told at an event by a lawyer that he should talk to Hakan, and when he did, he saw everything he wanted. When he decided to come on board, he shot a little video and he talked about some of the gentlemen that are here. So I'm going to go from left to right real quick on the bottom layer. John Bear is the first one there. He's a technologist. He built a company. You might recognize the name. It was called Cellular One. It was acquired by AT&T when the advent of the smartphones just came out. And then we have, to the right of him, we have Stephen Norris. Now, you might not know the name Steve Norris, but you know some of his things that he did. Matter of fact, he was the chief counsel for the Marriott Corporation, spent 10 years as the CEO of Marriott, and he is the founder and idea man behind the Carlyle Group. The Carlyle Group is the first, and matter of fact, the idea was Stephen Norris's idea to create a private equity group of people right around the power players in Washington, D.C., and he formed what is called, and it is a co-founder of, along with Mr. Rubenstein, the Carlyle Group. And they have over over six, it's hard to even imagine these numbers, over $600 billion of assets under management. And then to the right of him is Stephen Moore. Now, you might recognize the name, you might recognize his face. Steve Moore, I've seen on TV for decades now. He was the chief economic advisor to a president. He was offered the position to become the chairman of the Fed. He passed on it for family reasons. To the right of him is Fernando Valdesola. He and his family built a company that, if you're in the trucking industry, you know PACCAR. It's a $60 billion company. And to the right of him is Paul Paul. Always butcher his last name. It's an easy name, but we'll get it to you when I got it clear in my mind. Anyway, Paul is one of the top, if not the top person involved with what's known as scoring. In the United States, we get a credit score, and it's either by Equifax or Experian or TransUnion, and we have our own scoring project coming out that all these gentlemen are very excited about. So we really have the best of the best. And as Metaterra is the parent company, all of the miracle companies come in underneath Metaterra, and there's actually over 20 of them. So we have Miracle Pay, Miracle Coin. Miracle Coin's a stable coin. Miracle Estates is the land development company. Miracle Media is a media company that will be broadcasting crypto shows. Miracle TV is a sport, Miracle Swap, Miracle Technologies, Miracle Cash and More is a cryptocurrency exchange. The Phoenix token, our nodes, our Leveler, which is a trading platform. And we could go on and on and on. The most recent is Miracle Chain. And so we're going to watch a short minute video that'll explain to you a little bit about Miracle Chain. If you're familiar with crypto, everything runs on a chain. The biggest chain here in the United States is the Coinbase exchange. Binance has its own exchange. And let's take a quick peek at the top 10 to watch: Ethereum, Solana, BNB, Smart Chain, Polygon, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Cardano, Polkadot, Tron, and Algorand. We believe that Miracle Chain will elevate into these areas. And whoops, sorry about that, guys. I got to figure out how to disable that so that doesn't happen. That was Mr. Ray Video giving me a call, and it kind of knocked me off there. So we're going to watch a little video that's going to talk about the Miracle Chain and also the Mirex token, which powers the Miracle Chain.
Welcome to the future of business. Miracle Chain, where blockchain meets automation and AI transforms how companies grow. Imagine on...
Ray keeps interrupting.
Well,
going.
Welcome meets automation and AI transforms how companies grow. Imagine onboarding customers with a tap, paying teams worldwide in seconds, and launching token ecosystems without writing a single line of code. With Iterato, your sales force becomes unstoppable. AI handles the follow-up, while gamification drives viral growth. Need to launch your own token? Miracle Launchpad and DEX give you everything: pre-sales, vesting, swaps, and full control. The Miracle Wallet simplifies finance. No seed phrases, just seamless access to crypto. Commissions and payments, secure, compliant, and easy to white label. And at the core, Miracle Chain. A private layer 2, built for scale, compliance, and automated global payouts. Whether you're selling online or in-store, Miracle Pay bridges fiat and crypto so you can do business anytime, anywhere. Miracle Chain. Powering the digital economy, one smart system at a time.
All right, I have a goal to be done by the bottom of the hour, so I might talk a little bit fast. Miracle Chain is incredible. If you want to get a piece of the chain, you can. We do have nodes along with the Mirex tokens. 4,000 Mirex tokens can stake a node, and you can get paid on every single transaction that happens on the Miracle Chain. I think that these are going to pay extraordinarily well. And as we go through the different nodes and the different coins, come in where you fit in. I know it can be confusing at the outset, but talk with the leaders that have their own strategies as to what they're doing, and I'll share with you my strategy. My strategy is to stack everything we have. Stack the Phoenix token, stack the Miracle Code nodes, stack the Miracle Pay nodes, stack the Guardian nodes, stack the Mirix tokens. And we're going to talk about a couple more things before this presentation is over. But I see these real world assets as something we can accumulate that actually appreciate in value, just like real estate can and does, and also produce a real income that comes in as a passive residual day after day after day after day. So there's a lot of opportunity here. Don't be overwhelmed as we go. The next project that we're talking about is Project X. And if you're not familiar with the term tokenization, you will be. It'll be a buzzword because everything in the world is going to get tokenized, including every stock on the stock exchange, real estate, investments, all types of things are going to be tokenized. And the experts in the industry, the BlackRocks of the world, whether you like them or not, whether you like Larry Fink, the CEO, or not, they see the future being digital. And it's tokenization, real world assets, and we're right at the forefront of that. So we just launched Project X. You have a chance to participate in this. And I believe that there's a possibility we will be tokenizing an oil reserve. So let's just take a look at a quick video on that. Tokenization, the real world economy, real world assets, oil tokenization, and global alliances.
We hear it all the time. The investment world is complicated. Stocks are confusing. Commodities are complex. And the Forex market? It's a maze. It's time to end the chaos. Introducing Project X. Let's look closer at the ultimate gateway bridging Wall Street and Web3. Project X isn't just a product, it's your key to the future. At its core lies the power of Wall Street capital asset strategies. Here is the huge news. A $12 billion deal has already been signed. This unlocks approximately $25 million a year flowing directly back to Project X holders. But we are just getting started. A colossal $60 billion deal is already on the way. Once signed, this is projected to add another $125 million to the community pool. The potential here is limitless. Plus, the project is powered by Metaterra's robust real-world assets, RWA, with massive backing from the oil and energy sectors. The rewards? Project X holders enjoy a $2 daily payout. That means $730 a year, guaranteed. And don't forget, you earn a $250 direct commission on every single NFT sale you make. For the first 10 days only, prices are slashed. Single NFT, just $1,300, down from $1,600. Starter pack, 3 NFTs, $3,600. Bonus pack, buy 5, get 1 free for $6,000. Whale pack, buy 25, get 7 free for $30,000. Secure your financial future today with Project X. Buy now at bellatorlife.com.
Okay, so let me just add my flair to this real quick. When you heard the word NFT, that's a smart contract. That's actually what we're getting in these smart contracts. There's a limit of them, and we'll be earning on them. Now, it mentioned that it pays $2 a day, and I know that wouldn't excite a lot of people. So I want to give you my my understanding and my outlook on this. When I first started marketing nodes with the company, I really didn't know anything about them. But I did know people who had invested in nodes, and from what they were telling me, nodes could pay $10 a day, could pay $100 a day. And I thought about my background. I'm very diverse, married for over 42 years. I've been, have 6 grandkids, and I've owned my own video production business, restaurant and catering business, been in sales and marketing, and I'm a retired New York City firefighter. So at one point in time, I was substitute teaching. And as a substitute teacher, I would be getting $100 a day. So I looked at these nodes and I said, wow, if they could produce 100 a day, that's pretty good. Just sitting there and turning it on and letting it run. And actually, we don't even have to do that, but we could just collect our rewards. And if it were to pay 100 a day, that'd be fantastic. And then I'm the type of person who believes in the 10x principle. So wait a second, if I could get one, maybe I could get 10. And if one pays 100 a day, 10 would pay 1,000 a day. I like $1,000 days. So you come in where you fit in, you run your own numbers. There's no guarantees here. I'm just telling you the way in which I think. So I'm looking at it right now. When that video said $2 a day, I know for some people that might have been a turnoff. No, 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 no. That's just a guarantee. That doesn't mean, I mean, you could easily 10x that and say 20 a day, or even 10x that and say 200 a day. Who knows? I believe the possibility is there. I always think about all the people that got involved early, with the major franchises like the McDonald's, like the TCBY yogurts, like a whole bunch of others. And they realized that they could multiply. I remember when I was in high school, there was, somebody I went to high school with whose father owned 7 McDonald's. Now back then, back in the 1970s, they were selling for 25,000. Today, you can't touch them for $1 million. I mean, that's kind of what we're talking about here. Think about when you go shopping and you pay for anything, and you're paying with Visa card, MasterCard, or American Express. Those things are not leaving those terminals. Visa card will be there. Visa will be there. MasterCard will be there. American Express will be there pretty much indefinitely for the rest of our lives. That same thing is going to happen with digital assets, and there's going to be a merchant provider that's the gateway, and that's Miracle Pay. That's us. So all of these things we're talking about are just added possibilities and income streams. And we want to kind of just bring this portion to a close before we go into a little training. If you do want to be involved with Project X, you can pick them up as it stated, $1,300 for one. There are multiple packs. There's incentives to buy, a 5 and get 1 free, to buy 25 and get 7 free. That's the whale pack that was mentioned. But come in where you fit in. Don't be overwhelmed by this information. I can tell you there's a lot of us are very enthused and excited about it, and time will tell. We're waiting. What is the 25th? Is that Wednesday of next week? Today's a Thursday. Yeah, I think the 25th is Wednesday. We're going to be on the NASDAQ. Did I tell you we're going to be on the NASDAQ? Oh my goodness, I can't wait till we are on the NASDAQ. And just the fact that people could read the press releases that come out, the quarterly filings by the company, and see everything, verify everything. But right now, you're taking a peek before it actually comes to fruition. And I have a saying that I always believe in regarding getting involved with something when it's first getting started and it becomes a major success, and that is simply this: the secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it, to position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. There's only 20,000 of these Project X NFTs available, so you can pick up as many as you would like to. When it comes down to the stack and saying how big is your stack, my question to everybody after they see this, what do you want and how much do you want? And let's get you started. We can help you get there. We're building the infrastructure of tomorrow today, and we get rewarded for it. As I heard on the video there, if you referred somebody who bought one, you make $250 direct commission. So let's look at the 7 different ways we can and do earn, and then we're going to go into a training. The CPU nodes, they pay a passive residual income. So we have a couple of different nodes that are available. Real exciting. The direct commissions, kind of what I just mentioned there. Binary bonuses. If you're familiar with direct sales network marketing, we do operate with a 2-team structure. It's actually a hybrid. There's both a 2-team structure and a 15-level unilevel. There are rank advancement bonuses every time you advance in rank. We're going to cover that a little bit in the training. We'll make mention of it. And the 15-level unilevel, as I mentioned, there are matching bonuses, and there's global bonus pool for the top producers. And you'll see the top positions are champion and legend, and we're going to cover that again in the training. So with that being said, we want to thank everybody for bearing with us. We did go a little bit longer than I intended to, but I promise I'll make it up on the training portion. So we're going to stop the recording right now. Those of you who want to stay there for training, we're going to go right into training, but allow me to just stop the recording here, and then I'll have to start the recording for the training.